Hey YouTube, so I cleaned my aquarium yesterday and the water finally settled, so I figured why not do an update. The water's looking super clear today and I just couldn't resist from doing a little video. But I figured y'all enjoy seeing the fish being fed. But before I do that, I figured I'd go ahead and answer some questions that I've been getting in the comments. So first off, one I've actually been getting a lot lately is, what is this plant up here growing out of the middle? The truth is, I don't know. It was sold to me as an aquatic plant. I think, if I remember correctly, it was labeled as giant hydrophila or something similar to that. Probably mispronouncing it, but anyway, whatever it was labeled as, it was wrong. It's not an aquatic plant. It actually can't grow submerged. It'll die, it'll rot. It needs to grow above the water line. So I kind of discovered by accident that the plant did better growing immersed, and it's just kind of taken off since then. It gets all these nice little flowers, purple flowers on it. I just got one about to open up on it right now, and as you can see, there's a whole bunch of them fixing to open up on it. But it gets those every couple of weeks. It'll get one or two. So it's a cool little plant, but as of right now, it's unidentified. These other plants are mangrove trees. This one's actually falling over right now. But yeah, these are mangrove trees, and they had a nice look to the tank, something a little different. Some of them are still attached to some supports that I cut for them, just till they could grow a little bit longer root system and reach above the water line, because you don't want the leaves sitting below the water line. But anyway, that's the plant sticking out. As for the tank itself, got a lot of suggestions on what to do to keep any more fish from jumping out. Which honestly, as you can tell, I got quite a few fish in here, and fish jumping out hasn't been a huge problem. It's just it does happen every once in a while, but with that last video, it was just, you know, rope fish, new tank, exploring, and they were kind of prone to jumping out anyway. But what I am doing is I am just going to go ahead and get 2 more pieces of glass similar to this and do them out the rest of the way to the tank. I may over here, just in this piece, so I have access for my filtration, I may just end it short and run like a little square piece or triangular piece of glass, like a bracket, out to it to support it, and just leave this little space open up for access there. But I figured that'll be the best balance for what I'm going for. I kind of want to keep that rimless look. I want to keep this open top look, and putting that edge should give me enough of a block to keep the fish from jumping out. Something I have done in the meantime, until I can get around to getting that glass ordered and installed, I have mounted 2 of these lights. They, I have them set so they'll shine some blue LEDs, just like these are set to right now. And at night, when my main lights go off, these kick on and cast a little bit of blue light up on the background and kind of on the bottom of the back of the tank. So it's still pretty dark up here, but there's just the slightest amount of light. And I have noticed coming in at night, the fish don't get as spooked, but it's still dark enough for them that they are able to sleep. They do get calm. They're not swimming around at night. They kind of come to the front and they find a position and go still. But if I start moving around or somebody comes moving around, they don't all freak out. I'm trying to think. Oh, the other big question how much did the tank cost to build? And do I mind people asking? No, I don't mind asking. That's why I shared the original video. The tank and the stand, to build them both, total cost for me, including, now mind you, this is including, I bought a couple used tanks. Originally I was going to build it out of used aquariums, and I actually couldn't do that, so I had to buy glass twice, and I did have to buy some power tools. It was $1,200. So if I were to do it again, knowing what I have to do, and without buying power tools and only buying new glass, I could probably do it $900, maybe even a little less, but I'd say less than $1,000. But some people say, oh, that still seems like a lot. Really, where a lot of costs came from was doing all the kind of hardware and the little touches of dressing up the stand and stuff. If you really want to do it just bare bones, you could really get the price down on it. But I did some extras and things to it that brought the price up. But yeah, it was $1,200 for kind of part of the learning curve and some of the extras. And that's including power tools too, so not too bad. Anyway, so I've done chatted your ears off for 6 minutes here, y'all. I'm gonna feed the fish, give you a look around the tank. Say hey to Bo. So right now what I'm feeding the fish, I kind of swap it up every once in a while, but I like to give them crisp. Right now I got the color enhancing version instead of the standard because it was on sale. And I got some bottom feeder pellets. I usually feed sinking micro-sized cichlid pellets, but I figured I'd give these a try now that some of my catfish and stuff are getting bigger. Y'all gotta look straight down while I get this open. But anyway, the reason I feed these crisp is they just seem a little bit more substantial. And the smallest of fish can break them up, but they seem pretty satisfying for the larger fish also. So let's kind of toss a little bit in there to get them started. In case you're wondering, a lot of people always ask why the fish are always bunched up right here. That's why, because normally when I come in here, I sit down in that chair and feed them. So otherwise, they're swimming all around the tank and enjoying the full space of the tank. They're not bunched up there because it's too overcrowded or anything like that. It's simply because they see me and they're ready to eat. It's a little less glare over here, so I'll kind of stick from this side for now. I'm going to try and sneak a peek over here. If y'all can see through the glare, the crab's hanging out right there. He's been kind of hard to catch a glimpse of. There's several of them in here, but they stay pretty well hidden. And we'll give them one more pinch of food. And sometimes I like to put it straight in the water like this, so some of the kind of lower level feeders can get some more easily. Because a lot of those barbs will just gobble it up. Them and the rainbows will get it up quick before anybody else can get a chance. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this update and little feeding video. My phone's about to die on me, so y'all enjoy your weekend, and thanks for keeping this fun.